Hello and welcome into the SorareData Game Week 415 preview. I am Andrew Laird. You can find me as Lairdinho on Sorare. Joined once again by Quinny to break us down into the weekend game week of international play. Quinny, we do have a few double game weeks though, which I still haven't decided if that's good or bad. I like that you have, two bites at the apple, but also nothing for the midweek. How do you feel about the double game weeks when it comes to Sorare?
I'm really glad they've made the NBA rules in that sense, because if you are kind of keeping the internationals at arm's distance, it makes it so much easier. You're just like, oh great, there's two games. just one will do, that'll be fine. So I kind of like it.
Yeah, it is kind of nice because I feel like a lot of times during these international games, if there's like one really lopsided match, maybe they rest certain players that you might need. And this gives you the safety of knowing, well, at least they'll have the good one. Unfortunately, I feel like sometimes when you have guys from smaller nations, they will play their best players. I don't mean like really small, but kind of those medium ones where they'll play their best players against the tough opponent. And you're like, no, go play Malta. I don't want you to play Spain. Go play Malta. But here's what it is. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Looks like SR Monkey is in. Hardly sad reflection of your life. This is all entertainment and fun. You're just having fun. That's all. Good Place is second, saying the only type of podium I'm ever going to see during an international break, which is how I feel for myself. Kevin Hurd completing the podium. Gator Guy, what's up? We've got It's Wilson as well. Well, it's morning for me. I guess morning for Wilson as well. And oh man, So Ramamba, the upside of breaking my arm, sat on the sofa ready to go with nothing but time. Ooh, sorry to hear that. That's
ouch.
Ouch indeed. Charlie, what's up? Reese is here from Singapore. Here we go about that. Love it. Ricky, hello. Chani hates the internationals. I bet you hate tier 2 super rare rewards more than internationals, though. GG's, Chani. As someone who is...
you went there.
As someone who has gotten some super rare disappointment in rewards, I'm with you on this one. No reason to be excited or thankful. You can be upset.
Yeah. And it's super rare rewards are a fickle mistress, for the highs and the lows and the rough diamonds and all the rest of it. That was definitely a sore one, Channy. I was buzzing to see a Beast reward come out, and yeah, gutted that you're not buzzing with it. I know, that it wasn't a good one to be buzzing about,
Who knows, Chani? You could be on a podium one day with those cards, although I think you sold one already, so maybe not. But hopefully, those are just the beginning of a story of a very fruitful couple of months.
That's it. Ammunition into the wallet.
There you go. All right. Game week 415 this weekend starts in, what do we got here? 48 hours and 56 minutes. But that's only for those of you who are live. Everybody else is catching up, so I don't know when it is. Quinny, Northern Ireland, the top favorite of the game week. Let me see if do we even have... okay. We don't have all the odds. Because I was like, man, but although they are really, really strong odds. I think, I'm guessing all of these are the odds we do not have are probably the second matches of these double game weeks that we have.
Sure.
But 94% to win at home against San Marino. Do you have a Northern Ireland stack that you can play?
I don't have any players, but I do think they've got a goalkeeper. I think we've got a card for now, and I think they've got a few other bits and pieces. When I see that, the first thing that comes into my mind is I will be very disappointed if Nellis is not in attendance at this game, because it is Nellis territory, Northern Ireland, so he should be there at home at San Marino with some sort of Northern Ireland stack. You'd think, trying to give away some shark diving or some good stuff like that. So good to see Northern Ireland top of the hit list, but I'm not too sure they'll be heavily stacked. But San Marino's a plum fixture.
Yeah, Italy home against Malta will probably be more stacked. I was in a bit of a conversation about Berardi today, because Berardi is I believe he actually might be first now. He might be the best player in our game right now, according to L15. Let me see here. It looks like Jude and James Ward-Prowse have passed him, but Domenico Berardi, top forward. And he's not really locked for Italy, which is kind of crazy, but I feel like it's crazy, but also one of those things that maybe we not necessarily overrate players, but we have a higher standing of players just because they're good at SO5. But if I remember correctly, Italy have 2 matches over this break. And this is the situation. Do they not have 2? I don't see them coming up otherwise. I thought they had 2 because there was talk
I
of
think
like
they might too.
if they don't play their top starters against Malta, then it's like maybe Berardi plays against Malta. And if you get Sassuolo Berardi playing for Italy against Malta, guaranteed 100, right? Basically.
Yeah, I'd go along with that big time. I was just having a look at the last 2 formations that Italy have put out because they've changed manager. I think we probably spoke about it on the deadline show on the last transfer window, on the last deadline stream of internationals. But Mancini left to be the Saudi Arabia manager, and they've got the Napoli league winning manager now in Italy. So he's much more attacking. So see, looking at the last like 2 front threes, they started against Macedonia with Immobile, who's not in the squad, Zaccagni of Lazio, who's fine, Politano. From the bench, they use Zaniolo, Raspadori, and Nonto. They're all fine, whatever. Nonto's not in this squad. He was used from the bench in both games.
Yep.
And like I say, Raspadori and Zaniolo started the second game, so it's that kind of rotation thing you're talking about again. Maybe one set of them start one match and the other set starts the second match. But with there being no Nonto and no Immobile, and for how attacking, like Politano started one game, Zaniolo, Raspadori, they only started one game each. He's not discovered his front 3.
Yeah.
Berardi's like as solid as it gets, like really in a lot of metrics. So yeah, I'd be really surprised to see if Berardi doesn't have a great international window. I didn't realize he was in the squad and I didn't really think about him until this, but looking at the standing of it, attacking manager, looking to establish a new front line, Malta. Cool. Let's
So,
go.
yeah. So they play away to England next midweek. So they do not have a double. But again, surely you hope that Malta is where your players are playing and not, you don't want them to play, not that you don't want them to play the England game, but you're not putting your Italian players in hoping for a huge result or at least a huge SO5 score against England than you are against Malta. So we've got Bosnia, Herzegovina, Denmark, Portugal as the top 5, along with Northern Ireland, Italy, as the top 5 favorites that we have so far. And then, MLS is playing. Why not?
Yeah.
FC Dallas home against Colorado. And then we've got La Liga Smartbank. I believe there's Argentina and Brazil playing as well. And
yep,
I messed this up last time. Colombia may have some matches here.
That's right.
Huge apologies to everyone when I misspoke last week saying that, or earlier this week, 2 days ago, that it was Peru playing midweek. It was Colombia. But one thing with MLS is always you have to check to see if there are guys who happen to leave for international duty. It's not always the easiest thing to find. And so just if you do have Dallas players, just make sure you check on that. But yeah, this is the quintessential Sorare thing. Quinny, would you rather have guys from FC Dallas, the Bulgarian national team, or Ibar?
I'd probably take the Dallas guys, to be honest with you. I do think, but like the international ones, I've had club guys play international windows a few times myself, and they're so easy to just like write off and discount. And it's because like you don't really know what those teams are going to be doing for the most part. I think with the MLS ones in particular, you would really need to check the table to see where both of them are standing. But they can be quite overlooked. And when you open the game week up, they can be a nice wee welcome surprise that, oh, cool, I've got our goalkeeper or something to that effect. So yeah, I would be quite glad to have some Dallas guys because you know who will be playing and it's kind of a bit more of a known quantity.
Yes.
And then if you can just sprinkle in a wee bit of international, a wee Denmark against Kazakhstan or a wee Italy against Malta, then that's the beginning of a team, isn't it? Or a podium, maybe.
Yeah. It is one of those funny parts of it. I believe I have a goalie from playing in Argentina this week for this game week, but not, and then the rest are international players. I don't have a ton of lineups over this break, despite this long list of matches. So we'll see. But let's see what else we have. We have Belgium home against Sweden, Ukraine against North Macedonia. That should be a heck of a match. And then nothing else like screams out like something that you need to really focus on. Let's just check. It's just La Liga Smart Bank. Yeah. Okay. Ibar, the biggest favorite. Who is that? Huesca. Sure. I got nothing on La Liga Segunda Division. You got anything?
No, I've not been following it too much. But the good thing about that division is see with the like all the Division 2s, they're all good kind of tropes of what you think the stereotype of the football is in that league generally, if you know what I mean. So La Liga 2, low scoring, clean sheets, maybe some AA for some set piece guys here and there. Bundesliga 2, it's helter-skelter, end-to-end. Anything could happen for any team. France, just a bunch of wonder kids everywhere and, whatever. So I like that kind of known like, I don't mind seeing people tell me, I'm starting out and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. I quite like these divisions as being like little prototypes of, you could get a good defence out of that league, or you can get a good attack from that league, or that kind of thing. So I'm not excited about them, if you know what I mean, but I do like the kind of the wee place that they live in.
So as I was sitting here in the chat looking, I see 1, 2, 3 Ziki Zaki sitting here with a Leganes collection all hyped up. Leganes, the second biggest favorite, home against Amore. No, that's going to be Italian. Amorbieta? I don't know. It's my best attempt there. But yeah, I feel like you probably play that in second division or cat modes, given what we see here with a number of there are plenty of players from Denmark and Portugal and Italy and Belgium that have so rare cards that those guys will be in lineups, and it's going to be tough to compete against them with a Leganes stack. I think
you'll probably find that region as well as get a decent payout ratio, because also it's like a lot of the teams are actually playing versus like the head count and all-star and stuff like that.
See some talk in the chat about a new homepage here for Sorare. So
yeah, I've had this since Sunday. Ooh, check me out.
Excuse me. Let's see. Do I have any?
Click on the burger. Click on the burger layer. That's where the magic begins.
Oh, I have seen this before. Yeah, this has been around, but it was almost like impossible to find it. But man, the fact that it says my club and the burger there, I just absolutely love it. All right, let's check out these prizes. I hope. Okay, thank God this is the same. Second division, 59 rewards for second division rare, including a star for first place. That seems pretty good to me.
Yeah.
59 to have basically, now I've lost them. There we go. Basically the whole league, but a single league there. That seems fine. I like it. I think if you have a Leganes stack, you are just walking to a reward in second division. So good luck, Ziki Zaki. Let's see. Asia is empty. We've got America, like we said. We've got MLS, Colombia, Argentina, and and there's Brazil. Wow. So we have all here.
Dallas. Run of home games.
Yeah, you're right. Literally the top, let's call that 10. No, it's going to be more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Damn, I was going to say 12 too. Top 12 favorites are home, which is a pretty big MLS thing anyway, although it's not all MLS. It's a lot of unlicensed Colombian teams. But here's my goalie for the week, Enrique Bologna. So nice. I believe home against Belgrano, I believe that is. Yeah. So MLS-wise, Dallas is the biggest favorite, and then Nashville home against the Revs. Carlos Hield might have something to do with that. LA Galaxy home against Real Salt Lake, which is going to be a pretty close match. So it's not a full MLS schedule. It's just a couple games. But it seems like Colombia is certainly full. And then we have partial Argentina and Brazil. Is Mineiro? I don't even think Mineiro plays. So yeah. It's like a decent number of games, but not many cards. Mike Basson said Belgrano won 4-3 against Boca last night, which conceding 3 is never fun.
That's a game they've played in quick succession, so maybe comes into it also. But yeah, like the Americas, it's always very again quite tropey. How home heavy it is, So Dallas at home at the Rapids, as we mentioned, there's probably some playoff implications around that. Nashville, I see as well. But RSL have had a really good season, but they are locked and loaded now for the playoffs. And we've seen a few teams that when they get into that fourth spot, fifth spot, third spot, they maybe die off, in this little period of the season. So, just seeing RSL there, I don't know, maybe that's a wee banana skin in the waiting. But aye, Nashville.
Surhan was asking about Joe Willis because of all the Panico talk from a while ago. Panico.
Sure.
Sorry, I will forever hear Quinny trying to make sound like Trippin' B and saying Panico whenever I read it. But I do see Willis has started 3 in a row with clean sheets in 2 of those 3. I feel like this is one of those situations where you're like, surely he starts, and then Panico gets the start, and everyone's like, yeah. Surhan says, I have this question every week. Everyone does, and I don't think there's any real answer for it other than like they're playing well now, getting ready for the playoffs. It seems logical that Willis would continue to start. That's the only way I can put it. And Pablo is saying there are only 3 games for Argentina because the other ones are for next midweek, which is fun if you have players who did not go on international duty for that. Ziki Zaki said they're going to focus on Cap 240, but second division is entered as well. So yeah, that's what you do with those. Nice. I love it. Love it. So Duffy says Willis has to be the number 1. So like he had to be the whole time, but then Panico decided not to. Mike Batson said there's a rumor that Willis has re-signed for next season as he's not on the expiring contract list, which I assume is never updated accurately. Anyway, nothing in Challenger and Champions. We go back to All-Star. Let's check out some pick scores, Quinny. Let's see who jumps out here. It's going to be, oh man.
Ooh.
So Bakasetas, has he been as great? I don't have one, so I don't know. Like, I know he like dropped off a little bit. Man.
He's kind of like dropped that middle bandwidth, hasn't he? He's just kind of like went a wee bit more extreme on the range.
Yeah, that's, I feel like he's never been like that wide. Like, I feel like it's usually more condensed in the dark greens, but now it's almost like we have maybe an ice cream cone.
I was going to say it almost makes like an ice cream cone or maybe a wee face almost.
Yeah, I was going to say face, but then I don't have like a chiseled chin point to the end, so I thought maybe more of a cone. But anyway, this is the high impact analysis that you get on this SorareData Game Week preview show. Anyway, Bakasetas is number 1. Hoyland is up there. This Juan Vargas character, let's see. Colombia, I think.
That's his story.
Let's see what this guy's all about. He has no cards. And he just smashes.
Ooh. Has he maybe got National Series cards? I was thinking, what's that picture? Is that what the picture is? Costa Rica? I don't know.
I guess so, yeah.
Did we have Costa Rica in the World Cup?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Keylor Navas, of course.
Joel Campbell or something like that.
Oh. That's maybe what that is. It's a wee sneaky one.
Carlos Seal.
Colombia.
Preview before. We've got whoever this Lozano guy is from just S. Lozano. Doesn't even have a first name. Oh, he's been banging too.
Yeah.
Man, it's amazing the scores you find in random second division players.
It is incredible. I think as well, see with all the Opta chat that we get, right, with like some coverage being not good and all the rest of it, I get the feeling the more and more I look at some of these second leagues that these are the up and coming Opta analysts, the ones that are trying to do good at their job, and get a wee promotion. They're the ones that they put into these leagues because the amount of actions that these guys get scored for,
crazy.
It's like, give that detail to Scotland, please. Like that would be great. You know what I mean?
Do you think that that like second divisions in Spain and France and England and Germany and Italy do you think that they get promoted from those leagues to the first divisions in those countries? Like if you're working in Scotland, if you're doing the Scottish leagues or Belgian or Dutch, you have to make your way up to Segunda Division in Spain, and that's why, are the second divisions the true starting block where you're just like, look how much I can do, and you're just banging away on the keyboard, showing everybody's getting duels won and tackles and all this stuff. Like that's how you start to move up.
Yeah, I think it might be the second one. Like I caught this last man tackle in stoppage time. I didn't fall asleep in the 96th minute. I caught it, or whatever. It's got to be something like that. But again, I hear people talking about it, and I don't think it's that glamorous an environment. It's maybe a bit more like factory kind of vibes. Where it's a bit more grudgesome.
Yeah, for sure. Tommy Turtle says second division is rapidly becoming my favorite. League 2 is a goldmine. It's true. There are some players and some teams like overall that just score a ton. Anyway, let's see what else we got here. João Cancelo. That's a very high for nobody else from Portugal. Oh, there's Ruben Diaz. Okay.
Donnarumma, AAA.
Is he a AAA guy for Italy? Like, is he? I mean, the joke is always that he concedes all the time for PSG, but is he? Let's see.
I think he's got a lot of clean sheets
for Italy, 55 average. Been a while since he's had a clean sheet. Yeah. Malta was the last one in March. It's actually somewhat tough back-to-back matches there, Spain and Netherlands, but yeah. Any chance Donnarumma gets rested for Malta? I bet nobody has played for Italy since he started, now that I say that out loud.
Yeah, I don't think so. No, I think they did. I think some of the older guys have had a cap or two here and there, like when he's been out and stuff. I can't remember who, but Vicario's in the squad, and so is Providel. So two guys that could get a cap, you would think. Right. Both had good seasons so far. So
I will forever have a grudge against Providel for replacing Luis Maximiano at Lazio, as if it was up to him. Alex Wilson is making the call now. Burger mealing big 100 against Spain, which he might need 5 clearances off the line to get there, but we can still hope.
Let's hope so. Man. Be good for Scotland. Scotland are playing Spain on Thursday, and if we get a draw, we qualify. That's it. We're done already. So we've done so well. Yeah, like we beat Spain. We've done really well. So if we draw against Spain, we're qualified. So basically, the other side of that coin is that Spain have done really bad so far in qualifying. So, we're playing them, and then Norway are playing them. So this is like a big double header for Spain. Like they really need to. And there's a wee bit of drama going around. I don't know if you've just seen it. If anyone in the comment section wants to chime in, but maybe particularly with the USMNT, you maybe have an opinion on this one, Laird. But Spain are trying to cap tie Yamin Lamal from ever playing for Morocco. They're trying to sign him, as it were, for the nation. And I think the rule is now, he needs to get 3 caps. That was the thing I was reading, is they're pushing for him to get cap number 3, because then it's definitely irreversible. There's none of these wee loopholes that can be caught at or whatever. So he's in the squad. What do you think of Lamal? Is he the real deal? Are Spain being sneaky, or should they cap him? Should they make sure they keep him?
It seems like there's no reason not to try to cap him, right?
Yeah, but do you think he will be good enough? So part of the argument is if you cap time and then never pick him again, he could have played for Morocco. He is kind of like Moroccan and stuff like that. Don't do that to the kids. Don't screw his life up when he's 17 or whatever.
The number of players who have played as much as he has, and it's not that much, but you just don't see that many play for Barcelona at this age. And I feel like it would take a lot for him to not play for Spain if, at some point. The crazy thing is you could wait 4 years and he's still only 20.
Yeah.
I don't know. I get it. I get why they'd try. God, he looks so young.
Yeah.
I can't even say I'm twice his age, because I'm actually well more than that.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Same. Oh, yeah. Under 23 until 2032.
2032. Oh. Alex Wilson's asking if we have to
He's got
skip
one of those
color.
July birthdays. He's got one of those July
Oh
birthdays.
yeah, he's got a perfect birthday. Oh my god, how much does he cost? Oh, he's expensive.
That's a
So when
bargain.
I always give people a hard time when they say like, "Oh, I'll have this card for like 10 years of utility." I'll let you say it for this card.
Yeah.
This one I'm
9
willing
years of under 23. That's too good, man. That's too good. Last week, Laird, we were talking about how well we done for the internationals, and I think we're doing quite well again for this international one. That you mean Lamal utility? That's a golden nugget right there.
Can you imagine? I mean, God, that's so far. Another under 23, Carl Hein, backup for Arsenal, will be playing against Azerbaijan this game week. And nice. Where was Estonia on the list? They were pretty high, weren't they? Maybe not.
I want to go and
there we go. 43%. That's not that great, but if you have an under 23 goalie, I guess that's what we should do. Let me.
So this is funny, right? So see, after 4 games, Azerbaijan have scored 2, conceded 11, and after 5 games, Estonia have scored 2, conceded 16. So this is yeah. This will be fun. This will be fun for the neutral. I don't know if I'd want a goalkeeper in it, but
the first leg was 1-1 though of these two.
Oh, is that the draw they've had then? Yeah,
that's
both had the draws
yep.
against themselves. Got it.
So, well, I mean, yeah. So Estonia conceded 3 to Belgium, 5 to Sweden, 5 to so 8 to Belgium in 2 matches. Which I mean, nobody's here to give them a hard time on that. They beat San Marino 4-0, beat Malta 2-1 in each leg. Man, what a group. Oh, that's Nations League, not the qualifiers, excuse me. But yeah, qualifiers have not been friendly to Estonia. But as Alex Wilson says, it is Hein to shine.
Love that. Definitely worth an applause.
Okay. Speaking of Carl Hein, let's see where he...
I love this tab.
Why is he not even here? Oh, there he is. Not much love for Carl Hein.
For a cab rating of 20, I think he's pretty good.
Surely he should be. I'm guessing a lot of it is that well, that's still not bad. He should start. Let's juke these stats a little bit. For anybody who doesn't know, you can put in a projected lineup right here on any player page. So
nice.
Where were we here? Okay. So we've got, a lot of very popular goalkeepers here in terms of U23 guys. Diogo Costa, Mamardashvili, Bazunu, Trubin. For Bruggen, he's not going to start though, right?
I can't see. Maybe he'll play one of them. See, with Courtois being out, you just never know. So if he's in the squad, it'll be between him and Castells, the Wolfsburg guy. Yeah. He played one of the games in the last window. So, no, Verbruggen's Dutch, not Belgian, doesn't he? Yeah, sorry, I beg your pardon.
He is Dutch, yes.
He is Dutch, yeah. It's because he played in Anderlecht. That always throws me off. But yeah, so yeah, I suppose even the Dutch goalkeeper situation is way more open. Noppert's been stinking. And who else is in there? Bajlo injured. So it's between him and Flecken, really, I think, isn't it?
Flecken got the last start. Is that who? Yeah, because Bajlo's out. So yeah, I guess it has been Flecken recently. If you're going on form, it sure will not be Noppert. No. I don't even know if he got called, to be honest. But this guy has been dreadful for Heerenveen.
Look at his picture.
Yeah, it's exactly how everyone feels when they see those.
Look at that picture. It's like he knows.
Yeah.
It's like he knows. I'm just, sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Kev Hurd and Sorare Holland. Sorare Holland, I feel like, should know this. That Olige could be playing.
That's fantastic.
It's Rotterdam.
I only know this guy because McBride loves him. And McBride is the goalie guru for me. So yeah, getting capped as well. Fair play to him.
Those are really good scores for no clean sheets. Somebody a few months ago offered me Olish for my Muslera, and I didn't do it. And I don't know. Those scores are. I mean, you would like a clean sheet every so often. There's one, and he got straight 60. Do you ever find that when you have goalies who have very, very good AA, and then they finally get a clean sheet, and it's the day that their AA is awful? Like they never actually get you 80. It's just always around from 55 to 65.
I've had a few guys that do suffer from that, but it depends on. And like All Black's bad for that. So if All Black gets a clean sheet, it's probably like 62 or something like that. But he could do 75 and concede 2 goals, maybe, depending on the game. Or most of the time it's just 30 he'll bring in or something like that, because it'll be the clean sheet game, but they'll concede 1 crap goal. So yeah, I do feel that. I think like some of the guys I've been picking up and doing well with recently, like I had a limited in this league as well last season for Road to Glory. His name was Vassen. I think he's got a really bad injury or something really terrible happened to him recently.
It was a concussion.
Oh, is that what it was? But when I look at him and this guy Olish, and we've seen other guys in the Eredivisie, I think Eredivisie is a really good league. If you can get a goalkeeper that doesn't concede free that often, like that's the scores you get, because that league is just filled with shots and crosses and attacking actions. So if you don't concede free, then you should get the 88. But Vassen, I think, is like, if Vassen does get a clean sheet, he can hit 80. Like Vassen's got a bit of that to him, I think. So, because his team is extra crap. They've just got that extra pressure on them, even if they are going to beat somebody. So yeah, bad form this season.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
So pointing out also that they play France and Greece in this break. One of those matches is much better than the other. I'm just going to put it like that. SR Monkey says, surprise, Sehich hasn't had a price rise yet. Let's see. I think people are going, oh, that looks like a little bit of a price. Oh, that's a pretty significant 1 month price rise for the limited. But the rare, hasn't really moved. I feel like people are not continuing to buy Saudi league players just for internationals. Like they did it for the last game week, but everyone kind of got their guys. And so now there's no push every game week. I also thought I saw somewhere in some Discord I'm in that he might not start both games. Do they have 2? Yeah, that he might not start both games. And obviously that just leaves you like, oh, great, he's going to play against Portugal and not Liechtenstein. But
I think the problem with Sehich is he's 35. Like, I do think the Saudi thing plays into it, but like being 35, and like you say, if he doesn't play both games, I actually have the number 2 goalkeeper who plays for St. Pauli. So I hope he does get a cap. So that would be fun for me. And he's mid-20s. So if you've got a 35-year-old that's just moved to Saudi, and then you've got another goalkeeper that is your number 2, I think he has like 5 or 6 caps already. And, St. Pauli almost got promoted last season. Maybe they get promoted this year. I thought he might have moved in the summer. His name is Vasilj, if anyone doesn't know who I'm talking about. So yeah, I think that's maybe why you don't see a price rise for Sehich. I think it would be the same if Craig Gordon was still the Scotland goalkeeper or something. When they get to 35, the window of I could get out on this guy, is very small. So it's less people take that chance, I think.
Yep. The David Richards says, got a Welsh stack for Cap 240 and going to the game Sunday. Praying Wales don't concede 3 or more. It is fun to have. That's fun, having a stack and going to the match, which that's what Sorare is all about. David, if you want to like post a picture somewhere of you checking your lineup on SorareData with the app, just let me know. Let me know if you can do that.
I could possibly get you some good favor with the SorareData gods. Maybe the AI won't trip you up as much, or maybe it won't have that wee trip it does, when you don't.
We'll set you up with the legend tier that guarantees rewards every game week. That's how we'll do it.
That's it.
All right, this is the U23 pick scores.
Udogie.
Yep.
Very nice.
I was actually just talking to Gator Guy, who is here in the chat, about how Kirchu really hasn't been what we thought he would be this year. And I wonder what's going on. I don't follow Benfica that much since I don't have him, but maybe this international break kicks him up a little bit. But yeah, these scores have been dreadful for a player that I think a lot of people thought would be literally the number one U23 midfielder this year.
Yeah, he should have just went there and done what Enzo was doing there, or what we've seen. Benfica have had a few midfielders with really high scoring profiles over the last 3 seasons. Yeah. So I do find it really surprising to see there. Like, that is so many yellows. So yeah, that is unusual. I think it might be a wee bit of set piece things, maybe not really in his profile anymore. Somebody's asking me to explain something. Sorry, I don't know what he was talking about there. Sorry, I just seen explain Quinny.
I think he's about why Kirchu is struggling.
Oh, okay. So I say I've not watched Benfica, so it's really hard to comment beyond that. But I think maybe the loss of set pieces does something. I do think the fact that he is playing 90 minutes all the time probably tells you that the manager likes him, but it's maybe just a bit of a bedding in thing, I guess. He's got significant, so he's get maybe half the corners then, isn't it?
I'm guessing that some of those games were when
Di Maria didn't play, maybe.
They're just spreading them around. That's the most frustrating thing. But Di Maria, I think, has had a much bigger impact than people thought he would. And so
I think that will wane as the season goes on, because he is there for the good times, Di Maria, and it's Champions League group stages now, so you want him playing often and firing. But as the season drags on and they go into knockout tournaments, like, Benfica, they rotate a lot, and a 35-year-old guy like that, they'll keep in cotton wool for big games and stuff eventually. So his contract's up at the end of the season, so maybe that will swing as the season goes on.
Let's see. We've got the classic MLS guys: Velasco, Ricky Puig, Inacio. Boy, they really like that Portugal matchup.
Inacio's set to be the next big thing. That's him now getting all the links. All of a sudden, I don't know if you've seen, all the clubs in England all of a sudden have realised they can play football, and they're all going to send offers to Sporting Lisbon now. I
feel like he should have left 2 years ago. Like, he's always been very, very good. I was surprised when Porro left before him. And then I think there was an expectation that they would leave together. And then, Inacio just stayed. And it was like, oh, okay. I don't know. Quick check of Cap 240, which could be particularly messy given the pick scores. But man, if you had a Rasmus Højlund card and he's the top play in U23 or Cap 240, where are you playing him, Quinny?
Depends on the goalkeeper you've got, really, doesn't it?
So just to show how much the pick score loves Bakasetas is that he's a AAA with a 65 L15.
Wow. Opponent's score is expected to be 86, but that is credible. Incredible, I beg your pardon. Ireland can't be that bad.
They can't be that bad, right? I mean, so this is the problem. My guess is, was this a game where Tchouameni had 100?
Yeah, they've played two monsters.
Right, so they've just been playing players. Like, Tchouameni's probably in that exact same spot. Let's see who the Dutch one was. Frankie de Jong. Gibraltar probably didn't. I bet Bakasetas had a huge game here. 97.8.
Jesus.
So it's pretty much, I bet they got lit up by Zelarayan. Oh, they didn't. Oh, we held him in check. Someone finally.
Sperstian, but 60.
Sperstian had 60. Yeah, they just have been playing. I mean, surely Gibraltar didn't have anyone good. Yeah.
Just had to check, but.
Yeah, I just had to, absolutely, just in case. Let's see.
Ryan Christie. Hey.
Yeah. Somehow they kept McTominay at bay. But so they just play a bunch of really tough midfielders, and I guess Bakasetas they think can just roll right in there. So it's Wilson said just picked up Højlund for my United collection. See, it's perfect timing.
Good timing. Is Højlund nailed to start for Denmark? I know he is probably like their biggest profile forward, but has he been actually starting for them? I suppose he's expected to if he's so highly rated on the pick score, but I just found that a wee bit not surprising, but I was like, oh, okay, fair enough.
He did not start the last two and just absolutely crushed the ones before that.
He wasn't totally fit when he first went to Man United, so maybe he was a wee bit injured or something.
Yep. Yeah, Jonas Wind got
hey, big windy.
the starts in the first two, or excuse me, in the last two over the last break. So yeah, I don't know. I think maybe do they have two on this game week? Keep clicking around here. San Marino's in the midweek. Man, that is such a home against Kazakhstan and at San Marino.
What do you think, Laird, if they did the concept of the long form leaderboard exclusively for the international breaks?
I absolutely love it, Quinny.
You just submit, maybe like you just submit a team and forget about it, because
You just forget about it.
you see, this week I've got one striker and two goalkeepers, and next week it's the other way around, basically.
Yeah.
You know, so and then just when I seen that there, it was just a wee thought that occurred to me. You love it?
I love it. I think it's brilliant, and
Make it so.
I'm almost disappointed in the community and you for not coming up with this idea. That's one of the best Sorare ideas I've ever heard in my entire life.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to be really disappointed when we don't get that all the time. But yeah, if anyone from Sorare is listening or watching,
That's an idea.
yeah, 4 game weeks. That's all it is. It's shorter than the Premier League one that we had, and then one lineup. So is that how you do it? One lineup, or you
one lineup? One lineup, best ball. That'd be good, wouldn't it?
That would be really fun. Yeah. Okay. Let's do that.
Maybe it's not perfect.
Dan,
I can
Carl,
feel the amount
whoever's
of people
out there.
saying there'll be 5 100s. There'll be some giant scores there.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely something to chew over for sure. It's got me excited. Just a good idea. Always fun to think about.
I'm trying to think of a negative. I don't have one.
Yeah,
I love it.
I think it'd be good.
I don't even want to talk about the game week anymore. I think that was just the perfect way to end today, because anything else is just not going to be as great as that phenomenal idea that you just came up with. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. If you could please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Shout out to this guy right here. And yeah, let's all just collectively as a community tell Sorare this is what we want.
Yeah,
because they would
cheer on Scotland.
Right, cheer on Scotland, and we'll see. Good things happen when you cheer on Scotland. So thank you, everybody, and good luck this game.